You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. I believe I have all of my holiday shopping complete. Kind of excited, feel good about it. In fact, the Christmas tree went up and I already had some snuck away because I was planning. I have missed that before where I'm like struggling to last minute. It's not a good place to be. So especially as a man, I got to, oh my gosh, you better get my act together. But some ideas for you, especially if you have Christmas parties. I've got a couple of them this week. I've gone to, and I took a poinsettia. Boy, you would believe Ken Lain and Lisa Lain, the mountain gardeners, coming to your party, and they're bringing you a plant. It's like magic, especially to gardeners. But poinsettias, especially a funky, different, fun, unusual one, that's it never goes over poorly. The other one, they're a little bit more expensive, but they also live forever. Poinsettias live for a season. We fully expect you to throw those things away by Valentine's. I mean, just when those things the Valentine plants come out, anthuriums and the orchids, get rid of the poinsettia. I know it might still be red, but they start to get thin, they get yellow, they start to drop leaves, they get messy. They're meant to be a living bouquet and fully expect you to throw those away. A Christmas cactus is not that way. A cactus can actually live for decades and decades. These are passed down from generation to generation. We've got some that this was my grandmother's, and I've taken cuttings, and I'm so proud of it, and it blooms every year. Christmas cactus. They aren't truly cactus, by the way. They're euphorbias. They're from that family, but they don't have needles to them. They have this thick pads to them, but they are famous for these fluorescent, just super bright colors at the holidays. They make great gifts too, for yourself or for others. They're a little bit more than I want to give a housewarming gift. $30 opposed to 10. I don't know. It's not going to break the bank, but you try not to go a gift, but not too much, too extravagant. Just a thank you for the dinner. Love being here. Thanks for being the hostess with the mostess. But Christmas cactus also make a really, really good gifty thing for folks. One that I think we undervalue or underestimate for gardeners, good tools make gardening easy. Old, bad, dull tools make gardening hard. And gardeners, we tend to be frugal. And so we'll just keep it going. Like, Mike, I just broke my rake. This is an old rake. I've duct taped it. I duct taped it a second time. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm going to head down to True Value and just get myself a new rake. That's it. It doesn't make a good holiday gift, but I deserve one. I'm tired of keeping this thing together. I've been raking it leaves, and it just broke on me. It cracked up and down the length of the shaft. Didn't actually break. I got a splinter in my hand. I duct taped it back. And now that I think about it, I deserve a new one. Sometimes your gardeners will really, really appreciate a new watering can, a water wand, a simple moisture meter of all things. If they've even mentioned, I struggle with the back house to the front of the house, moisture meter, get them too. They're inexpensive. They're great stocking stuffers, but it's a great one. So just think in terms of watering, quick connect, hose connections. So you don't have to screw your hose on and screw it off. It just with one hand, you can flip your hose on, flip your hose off. So I can go out and water my backyard containers of pansies, but I can't keep the hose connected through the winter evenings, the cold, because it might freeze. And so I can take it on, take it off, and it's a $20 thing made of brass. Get the brass ones, not the plastic. At School of Hard Knocks, my name's Ken. We're just friends talking over the back fence. The plastic ones are cheap and they break within a season. Brass ones, I've got some that are still going after 15 years or more. They're getting faded. I almost want new ones, shiny new ones, because they're just looking old, but it's just a quick connect. I keep them on basically year round. But something as simple as that for those gardeners in your life, they'll appreciate it more than you think. And you need one quick connection. You need one for every outside hose bib that you want to easily kind of make it all go. And don't, if they dug a hole for you and their shovel's old like that, there's nothing better than a good, like fiberglass handled, brand new, sharp shovel. And my favorite shovel of all, a women's, or not child's shovel, a woman's shovel. It's got a narrower blade. It's shallower, but still a real long handle. And so it just goes into really hard soil easier. It's something I'm a man. I'm going to have a man shovel. But my favorite one is my women's shovel. It's just a smaller, I don't even know if they call it a women's shovel. It's just, I call it that. I'm old, but it's just a smaller grade, narrower, shallower. It just goes in those hard to dig holes, and I don't have to break out the pick or the digging bar or the jackhammer. I can just do it with my smaller grade shovel. But good tools. I've bent digging bars trying to dig rocks and things out. So just new, fresher, sharper tools, game changer, especially for the hand tools. So if you're do a lot of container gardening, a hand trowel with that bigger, wider scoop type of for potting soil just makes life so much easier than a narrow gauged one, or a sharp one for planting bulbs. Narrow, sharp one, boom, kind of ease opens up the earth easier so it can receive the bulbs better or the smaller flowers. Some of us are holding on to our tools way too long, and maybe we just ought to upgrade a little bit or add to the repertoire. And once you get a new tool, the old one stays there, because again, gardeners, we're frugal. And so we won't throw it away, but it'll just sit there gathering dust as the new tools on top of the bin kind of take over. And that's the only one we go for. There's a new hand rake. It's called a trake, Trake. It's got a rake on the back end. It's one tool, so it's dual tool on one handle, but you don't have two things you're juggling around trying to figure out, where did I put that? It's just it's got a digging trowel on the front and a raking thing to get the soil back in on the back. It's like a magic tool. It's great. It's worth every penny. It's just something new, trendy you haven't seen before. It's on our website, watersgardencenter.com. It's going to be hard to find locally, but a trake or just a new hand trowel or a hora. It's basically a soil knife. Chuck it in, pull it out. It gets roots out of the way. Some of those new tools could really make gardening fun, interesting. And my favorite that I wish I had more of, I'm getting better at it, but when my gloves go bad, I wear a size large. I like goat skin, and I like these new synthetic gloves. Those are my favorites. I do wear them out because I like to garden, and picking up block and moving flagstone and having soils and getting the shovel going. And I wear them out. And I seem to always lose my right hand glove. I've got a bin full of left gloves because I'm right-handed. I pull it off. I start putting things in. And then I move on to the next hole, and I left the glove back there. And I know I've got a dozen of them out in the gardens. So I've got these one-handed. I mean, what do you do with a whole bunch of left gloves? I don't know. Or if they've got holes, or they're wearing through, or they just, you know what? We live in America. For $19.99, you have a brand new set of beautiful gloves that will last you for this season. Gardeners appreciate that more than you think they do. It's just something so easy. So for those gardeners in your life, that's some insider tips that if you need some stocking stuffers quickly, that's a good way to go, like right now, and so easy to pull off. And one I can tell you, the best one, you can never have enough of them. Moisture meter in a stocking is the go-to. I mean, you use it all the time. They're just always there. We've got a whole like flock of plants, and which ones need it, which ones don't. A cactus, or where are they at? Moisture meter makes life so much easier, especially as the seasons change.
The holidays are here in Arizona's Christmas City, bringing family closer and those chilly winter winds.
While you're decorating the outside, don't forget to brighten up the inside with exotic Christmas plants from Waters.
Beautiful Christmas cactus and poinsettia are coming to town, grown exclusively by Waters in colors you won't find anywhere else.
Unique, vibrant, and guaranteed to warm even the dreariest winter day.
Check your list twice for exotic Christmas plants at Waters Garden Center in Prescott.
For a more fruitful garden, increase success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.